Again, live this Friday, going straight into it with one of our most important games coming up. We have got Strategic versus Sheep. Yes, Sheep to go it. Fan favorite, unshakable Zimbabwean legend is here, is back, and is ready to play. And Strategic is here to prove a point that anyone can get results in this tournament. We're going to see a really good game. We're going to see some high level FIFA. How do you think this one's going to go, Tom? And welcome to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, Doc. I mean, there's one thing guaranteed with this game, and that is goals. I mean, we've just seen Sheep score 9 in his last game, winning 9-0, I believe, and we've seen Strategic score 11 in his last game, 22 in his last 2 matches. So, between the 3 matches, you put that together, that's 31 goals in 3 matches. So these boys are going to give us a show to kick off and show you guys exactly what the PNP League is all about. It is a friendly to start off, but the other 3 matches tonight will be official PNP matches of game week 5.
It is indeed. We wanted to start this one with a bang, and the best way to do that is with this. Me and Tom are going to exit from the gameplay, and we are going to stick around. And we bring to you one of the best games you're going to see this week on any FIFA content, the incredible Strategic FC versus Sheep to Goated. Let's go.
We can see Sheep's move to a 4-2-3-1 central as well already, which is quite
Oh,
impressive.
it's out. Damn.
It's
Yeah, my advantage is gone.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I've been inboxing a couple of the boys in the Discord today. Shout out Dominic, Paul, and Ben. I've been giving them my tactics I've been using lately, and what a really fast start already.
Oh.
Goodness me, Strategic is coming out violence here.
Yeah, he chose violence today. He just woke up and went, nah.
Yeah, he's not on remote play anymore. He's got his PlayStation back, so he is playing on the next gen now, which he hasn't had a lot of experience playing in this year. He's been mainly playing on old gen, but Fafana with that ball in, and it's cut again back towards Bentley, the only English player in this Zimbabwean side for Sheep. He hasn't got a Zimbabwean goalie in the game.
Yes, that's true. But he's done great things there with Bentley. Seeing Maswanise there, great card for Zimbabwe. We've seen him in many games do great things. And Love, a new addition to the team. Possibilities here. Nice use of Bruiser there by Strategic. You know that Bruiser animation when you see it. Strategic building at pace, using some great orbital dribble there. And again, it's been closed down. It's very hard to get through the middle at the moment, isn't it, Tom?
Absolutely, it's absolutely loaded. Sheep's got 5 midfielders, 2 DMs, and 3 attacking mids, and Strategic is rocking out that 4-2-1-3 formation. But Sheep is on the break here. Little cut inside, well taken in by Dan Burn, through to Kevin at the cam. Hopefully, Palhinha can brill this ball going through. But a lovely interception there, and Sheep is putting that pressure on early doors. Is he going to have a shot here?
Fantastic. Oh, Bruiser for the win.
Fantastic. Every week, Doc, we seem to be speaking about the use of Bruiser, both in clubs and in Ultimate Team. It is such a fantastic playstyle.
Yeah, it really is. People call it overpowered. Perhaps it can be in certain situations. I think that, we'll talk about that later. Sheep here with some suicide football.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing. He's sort of trying to do a Pep Guardiola thing out the back. Which good luck to him. That's we all know Pep's tactics work out all the time.
Absolutely.
Guardiola's a great manager. He reminds me of Ferguson. He just goes for everything every season.
Yeah.
He doesn't have. He doesn't pick an individual thing. He just goes, "Oh, we're going to win it all," and that's why they don't. If they just focused on winning one thing, they'd win the European Cup probably nearly every year.
Oh, absolutely. But we can see it's been a fairly decent start for both sides, cutting each other out at the moment. But Sheep has just got a ball deflected. Is he going to have a go?
That was incredible defense there.
Strategic is one of these players who, he's well known on the Twitter face, but within our community, he's just joined. Harry Wilson is joining through with Rapid Plus cut inside finesse, and it's a goal.
I don't care what Harry Wilson card you're playing against, but he is hard to work with. I don't know about you. Every team of the season, I pack him from what used to be like the championship one. He would be just the most insane card. 3-star weak foot normally, or 2-star even, I think. So if you can equalize that card in areas where it's lacking, it suddenly becomes an entirely different prospect.
Absolutely. And the use of the foot birthday evolutions as well just shows that Strategic is able to build that Harry Wilson exactly how he wants him to play. And I'm sure he's also put him through an Evo or two with it being a base 88 rated card. Sheep just playing that ball around the edge of the box, kind of teasing and hoping that the foot would come
See,
out.
you can't do that. You can't mess around in those areas anymore because whereas before you could dance around people, base bruiser will allow you to put your body in and try and
Absolutely.
knock them off the ball. And if a fullback is running at speed and they can make body contact,
Yeah,
offside here, I think,
yeah,
and make body contact, you are always going to win the ball. My
absolutely.
Nuno Mendes has bruiser,
It's all
and
in.
wasted there from strategic,
He'll
and
turn it around.
he wins the ball all the time in those situations.
I don't know about you, Doc, but there's two ways that you can go about having that loading striker. You can either have that nimble pace merchant, or you can have that kind of bulkier striker. I know lately, Doc, you've been working on a specific evolution of a Rangers striker, and how's that working out for you?
Very well. Peter Chimiti, former Sporting player, 6'4", came with. Let's see, strategic here in a great position
Or,
again. I know that entire Zimbabwe backline does have bruiser,
yeah,
base or plus. We were speaking about this when we had a game the other day. Strategic looking very, very strong right now. Looking more in control of his game than Sheep is. Sheep looks like he's trying to. Um, he's. I'm not going to disrespect other people. He's playing like he's playing against somebody of a lower level.
yeah. I mean, we all know that Sheep, when he turns up, can do things
Just,
just like that. You
just like that.
know.
Today, I am going to shut you the fuck up, Doc.
No,
Only
but in
for
all
a little bit.
seriousness, these are two people who know exactly where the net is. I mean, it's 1-1 already. Could easily be 2 or 3 apiece already. Raul Jimenez with a
Oh, you
fantastic.
can't. You cannot give people. You
No.
you have to assume. You have to assume base
Oh, it's that
base.
bug again. It's the bug.
We have
We
to
have this.
assume that base finesse is going to be
Yeah.
on every striker card.
No, absolutely. About bare minimum at this point in the game. You know, a lot of strikers you're going to have finesse or low driven. It's kind of a necessity of the way that you're going to be playing this game. The way that I know that I play with the lone striker is I normally have my back to the defender in a quick turn and a low driven across goal. So it's nice to see that you can have so many different kinds of strikers. I mean, we've just seen Raul Jimenez there scoring quite a beautiful goal. But again, fix your game, EA. This is a friendly, and every time that the third goal goes in, they seem to just crash the game. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure the boys will play on from the minute that they were in.
Yeah. So, what is this? Is this a new thing that's come in since the latest update?
So there was an update a couple of weeks ago, and I know that this was in one of the PNP games off camera between Darren and oh goodness me, I can't remember, but it was Darren and Ben, I want to say. And it was 2-1 to Darren. He scored the second goal with Kenny Dalglish and finessed it. And then as soon as it got 3 goals in, they just finished the game. So it's very strange. I believe that the boys were 30 minutes in, I want to say. So if we play until the 60th minute, and then we should be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll
we'll have
message
one.
the boys now just to let them know.
We'll have the super half.
Yes.
We'll call it a super half of football, where we're going to have an extra quarter. The lads here obviously showing great capability in that first game. It was nice to see Sheep stepping up. It was nice to see him coming at him that way. And
okay, so they're replaying the game but giving 2-1. I'm assuming that's what we're doing.
And okay. Bentley there with another conceded.
Absolute calamity. I mean, you know, disgusting defense there. I mean, Doc, I don't know about you, but the viewers have come to watch some football tonight, not Brexit ball.
No, I'm surprised. I think there might be some corruption in this game. I think they've tried to start it 2-1. That's my opinion. We are not about that here. No, I'm joking. The game crashed because EA can't make a football game. Even though I'm in FIFA heat right now.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got that groove back mainly because I've got a bit more time on my hands. But Doc, thinking about that just there.
Oh, Jesus.
Offside.
I didn't see that. I did not see that offside.
I don't know if these boys thought about it either. We know that the glitch happens when there's a third goal scored, and yet they went to go and do 2-1 again. So they kind of risk that game being called off again.
Well, I think that's important given the games coming later.
Yes.
Um, you know, if we can establish, even in games, game time is game time, in my opinion. So,
Yes.
you know,
A
if
lot of
we have to
pressure
do
again
things,
being put on here by
it,
Strategic, who's now in yellow because he wasn't in the first game. They've
yeah.
swapped coloured kits just so that we're
Oh,
aware.
I was so confused.
So Fulham are now in a yellow kit with Zimbabwe being in an all-out black kit. This is for
Oh,
one.
is that
Raul Jimenez.
Jimenez? Them big guys, man. They find a way through.
And Doc, I've taken a leaf out of a lot of people's books in the PMP league is having that striker who does have that enforcer, just being able to shrug someone off and then rip a finesse shot. I mean, we've seen it there from Raul Jimenez. I can't say I've ever played against him, but this is what this league's all about. People don't know how to mark against players they don't play against.
No, look at that, and he's got the lengthy.
It's
Yeah, he's
great
got the
touch.
lengthy.
Great
He
touch.
got the. Do he got the lengthy?
Oh,
He
it's
got the lengthy.
4-1.
Oh,
Goodness.
it's well. I mean, I think we're in a situation here where I think Sheep is a bit shell shocked.
A bit bewildered, yeah. Not sure what's
Yeah,
happening.
he but we know him to be an unflappable individual.
Yes, yeah.
He's got
Very capable of coming back.
he's got a half of football to score 3 goals.
Absolutely.
Can he do it? You would have to say that's a big ask.
It's a big hill, but if anyone can do it, it's Sheep. I mean, think about season 1 of the PMP in the final where he was, 4 or 5-0 down in the first leg to then pull it
Yeah.
back and score 6 or 7 goals. He's definitely got
Well,
it in him. He just needs to get his head down.
well, listen, I know it's an incredible mountain, but he calls himself sheep to goated. If he wants to be a goat, he's going to have to climb that mountain.
And stay on that mountain. That ball is through. Is that just onside? Oof,
You
would have been
know,
a hell of a finish.
that was one of those ones. So Strategic's having fun now.
Yes,
He's
you can
he's
see it.
he's 4-1 up. He's going to start doing some stuff. He's going to start pulling CDMs out of position, trying to score wonder goals, and that might be an opportunity for Sheep, like
You
just
can
like
see
that.
it. You can see it.
I can see it. I can see it. It helps in pro clubs.
But no, Doc, I mean, we're now halfway through season 2 of the PMP. If you're in this position of being 4-1 up, I know that obviously you can call game management depending on what time in the game is, but for me, I stick to my guns. If I've got 4-1 up, I'm obviously doing something right. Of course, your opponent's going to do something different, but then you just got to adapt. I wouldn't be pulling my CDMs out, say, or trying anything fancy. You just got to play what you know has been working that game so far.
Yeah, I think the whole passing it around the back, chipping it in the air, heading it to the keeper, that's a skill.
Yeah, I'm glad that's
Oh,
gone.
1 minute.
Oh,
Oh, got to
Sheep
be
is back.
guarding from from that one. What I've learned is that ball into the front post is
Yes,
always on, and you've got to be getting a centre back across the
absolutely.
corner of that 6 yard box where that ball's coming through. Because if you don't, you've got no chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of another way of why people have fullbacks on defend as well. Because even if you have them on versatile, you can see them when you ping that ball across that box, there being just a bit too much of a gap between the defence. But, we've got at least half an hour here. The score is 4-2. Sheep has got it all to prove now.
He has, and he hasn't. I think we're seeing some game management early here, and we were talking about game management. Now, I can keep a football pretty well. I would say, but I struggle with it. I struggle to do it for like more than say 10 minutes
Yeah.
of game time. Oh, sheep in a great position.
Yeah,
Could
I
it
thought that
be?
would be offside.
Oh,
Fantastic
incredible
offside.
defending. Incredible defending. But yeah, I can normally only do it for about 10 minutes. So normally I will do it in the last 10.
Sheep's falling it now, though. Talking about holding possession, recycling very well there.
Yeah, Kenny, he took that too early there.
Yeah,
Now,
he needed one
a
more time.
sheep that I know would have taken a skill move there,
Yeah,
and then gone for the shot. But he's really playing under pressure now because he knows if he concedes again, it's pretty much game over.
absolutely. He has
Because
to go gung ho though, because if we are just playing to the 60th minute, then he has only really got 23 left.
he has. Well,
We'll see how we are for time.
We will, and it's also a friendly, so we're
That's the
not. There's no points, just
thing.
pride
No.
on the line for these gentlemen.
But for two players that you'd have thought there would have been loads and loads and loads of goals, I thought, if I had an acca on, it would have been at least 10.
Do
So,
you think now? I would not have thought there would have been a lot of goals. I thought there would have been good goals. But I think that one of the base assets of any good player is their defending.
yeah, 100%.
So
100%. It's been
a good,
polished.
yeah, a good player can defend. So you would have to say that that it's a bit like trying to fool a magician with a trick he already knows.
Yeah.
It's like he understands what you're going to do with your hands before you.
Here we
Here we
go.
go, sheep. It's
On
on, ladies and
three.
gentlemen.
Sheep's feeling it.
We have a final potential 15 minutes. We will see what the lads want to do, whether they want to play it out. But we have at least a final potential 15 minutes. Yeah, the big strikers coming in strong on both sides there. Jimenez with the finesse from outside the box, beautiful. And then you had Sheep striker, his new striker, I believe, and Love working his way through the middle. Things are going well. Things are going well. He needs one goal. We'll say 15, whatever it will be. If they play on,
Yes.
they play on. Um,
But it's a
he's
good
in a
start
great
again. Sheep's
position.
through again.
Can he beat?
Oh
It's
my gosh.
it's on. It's on. He did it.
Sheep
He
never
did
says
it.
die, mind, does he? He just carries on. He is such a cool, calm, collected player. You can see by the way that he needs a goal, but he has that time and space sometimes where he can just do a ball roll, open up the space, use that finesse shot. It's just incredible. Just incredible.
Yeah, listen, to quote the great Kanye West, he keeps it 300 like the Romans, So, and anybody who actually knows what that means that he keeps it CCC. Cool, can't collect it.
That's the
So
one.
it's nice to know. Can he get a goal here? Can he
He's
pull
feeling
himself
it
in?
now. He's
Sheep
feeling it.
in a position, do him sheep type
Oh
shit.
my gosh. He's done it again. 4-1 down. What is going on? Now, this is the game that we thought we were going to get, Doc. It's opened up an awful lot now.
This is where game management pisses you off
Yeah.
because you feel you had the momentum, you took it out your game to slow things down,
Yeah,
and
100%.
now you're losing the game because you've given momentum back to the other player.
Yes.
So I think this is maybe part of that why it's hard to play a team with 10 men because the mentality raise from getting a goal or from pulling yourself back into a 1-2 goal situation. The pressure swings both ways. Outstanding defending there, by the
It's
way.
fantastic. Really composed there by Strategic. And it's kind of that analogy of like when you're in a fight and you've got a break in between, you've got to keep yourself in that fighting mode because if things can change, as we've seen very, very quickly, if you take yourself out of that fight and have a different game plan, then your opponent can still be on it. As we've seen Sheep this half, you should be playing that through ball there if that were me.
Yeah.
There's definitely an
I,
angle there.
I think he felt he might have gone offside by the time he played the pass.
Didn't want to lose it.
Maybe as smart as an animation call, perhaps.
Yeah. But here we go. Fafana just losing that ball in the midfield there. Zimbabwe impressed this second half of the game has been phenomenal. Is he just off? Yes, just off.
Yeah, this game has had those. They're playing out the full game, everybody.
That seems so.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. Strategic was, in a great position. He lost that position, unfortunately. So if they want to play on, we can play on, and then we'll just go straight into our next game. And then after that, we'll have a bit of a catch up on the PMP League and see where everybody's at and how things have gone.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we've got loads of matchups. We've got a matchup in just 5 minutes where points are on the line. This is a hell of a friendly to open the show, though.
Yeah, also gives the lads a chance to think about their game strategy, what in the next games, what they need to do, where they want to be in the table, how they can push themselves forward, all those types of things.
Oh, that's just incredible by Bentley.
27 of those were why I got 3 points this week. and
Fantastic header out.
and the Colchester goalkeeper literally falling over before the shot.
Oh, I did see that. Matt Macy, the goalkeeper, ex-Arsenal goalkeeper as well. But
Yeah,
yeah, I did see that goal and I thought, you've got to feel for Smithy. Of course, it's great news for you to score that goal, Doc, to go into the lead or get a goal back.
it
But
was yeah, it was to go into the oh, it's on.
it's on,
It's
he's
on.
through.
Oh,
Fantastic defending by
fantastic defending
Johnson.
there. Kenny, he's got to go straight down. This is where I love this formation because I don't know what he's using. To me, it looks like he might be using half wingers, but
So for strategic, he's using a 4-2-1-3. I believe he's using the same formation as what Fitzy has deployed, whereas Sheep's using the 4-2-3-1, which is the same formation that I've deployed. So it's very much a yin and yang. You can see how both teams can utilize and attack and defend against each other. Different use of CDMs. Both formations have got CDMs, but it's the way you can use them as well. Have you got a box crasher? Are you happy to hold? Sheep doing a directional run here as well.
oh,
Saved by Burnley.
directional run, generational talent. Sheep there doing great things.
You can tell though now that he's got himself back in this game, and in fact in front as well. We're seeing
It's
Sheep.
on. It's on.
The
Jimenez long
shackles are
ball.
off. Fantastic.
Oh, it was there. It was there.
It's on. 15 minutes to go.
Got to run that line.
Absolutely. He's through.
Oh, oh, he got robbed. He got robbed.
Goodness.
Twice he's been robbed. Twice. Deuces.
Is Sheep going to make him pay on this counter attack now? That would be a real sucker punch.
I'm so glad this isn't a P&P game because it would be heartbreaking.
Oh my God. Heart and mouth stitch. Well, thankfully, both of these boys are on my team. So Sheep, fantastic defending there by Dan Burn. He's going to push that ball up. Driven passes surely now. Triggered that run as well. Fantastic turn by Jimenez. Is he going to play him through the middle? No, he's not. Drilled past surely and through again. He's through. Defended again by Sheep. The Zimbabwean passion.
The AI just wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. Again, this is where I find cams beat wingers every time.
Yes, yeah, 100%. But what a turn and defending by is that Brendan Galloway. Fantastic defending. Sheep is holding on for dear life now. We've got 10 minutes left of this game, and you can see the people in the Discord. Their avatars in the bottom corner. People are turning up for this game specifically because they know that even though there's nothing on the line, there's a lot of talent on show. And Sheep is on the counter now. Is he going to do another directional run through? Is he going to turn and finesse it? Fantastic defending again. A linear out the back to Cavallo now into Jimenez. Off onto the break. Wilson has been tackled in that midfield, and Cavallo is on the wing now. You can play him through. Mazwenize. Fantastic defending again.
Yeah, it really is. And Raul Jimenez will be through here if he can get into him.
Fantastic defending, Galloway.
Is that the argument for having Bruiser on your striker? It's a waste of a play style, right? But so are some of the ones you end up with, But it's an argument. It's an argument for when you're up there. I know that when I was playing 4-2-1-3, I had wingers that both had intercept on, and it was crazy. But we're seeing Sheep here building up. He's confident.
Finish it off. And this is the last attack, I believe. And what a game we have had. 5-4-2 Sheep the go-to. Could have gone either way.
I just want to thank the lads for everything they did there. What a show. What a game. We're incredibly grateful. I am so proud of Strategic in that game. Coming out strong, and showing why he is a tour de force in this tournament. Team Frenzy obviously doing very well at the moment, but an incredible game of football, such high levels of defending, great use of everything from bruiser to through balls, player lock. We saw some incredible defending and tackling from Strategic. We saw the great use of low driven from both sides in terms of getting into the box. And we saw the advantage of having somebody like Raul Jimenez up front. You'd have to say at the end of the game he got robbed. I mean,
hit the post twice, was it?
That save and then the post with Jimenez. You could argue left foot, Jimenez is right-footed. Even if he has the 5, which he does, I think. there's still an element of like 4.875 or whatever it is. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I think maybe that's the reason why
Yeah,
that went that way. But a great game, a great game. But
absolutely.
coming up, we have a huge match.
Huge game. Huge game. First lot of points up for grabs for game week
Yeah.
5, Gav.
Well, in the last 2 game weeks, there's been a good rallying from Team Fitzy. People have picked up points, which has been fantastic. This game is huge in terms of really getting an edge and going forward. Tom, would you like to introduce who we have coming up in the next few minutes?
Yeah, so we've got PSG versus Barcelona, which is just one hell of a game. We've got Lucy representing Team Frenzy, who picked up his first lot of 3 points last week against Josh Does Games, who's also got a fantastic Lyonnais team. So Lucy picked up his first lot of 3 points. On Team Fitzy, Gav has picked up his first 3 points as well. So both of them are on the move. They've both moved up the table ever so slightly. Gav's 3 points, unfortunate way of it coming along. He wanted to try and play his game against Darren and Celtic. That game wasn't able to materialise, but he got the 3 points by default of their game not being able to go ahead. But, Gav's got a point to prove. He wanted to earn that first win. So let's see if he can earn his first official win in this game now. Barcelona versus PSG.
It is going to be a huge game. Now we know Gav, a mental player, somebody who can be good and bad in the same game. So hopefully the best of him shows up today.
Yeah.
On the other side in Lucy, we have I played against him. Somebody who likes to move the ball. He's got looked up front. He's got some very good players in midfield. He will move the ball. He'll probably have the majority of possession as well, I'm guessing, because he likes to be patient with it. So we have the chance of a really competitive game. I think if Gav goes ahead early, we could see a bit of a Gav rout. But I think that if Lucy can be within 1 or 2 goals with the final 25 to go, I think we're in a great situation. So we're going to go into this one. Just before we do, just rules going forward so you guys understand. We're going to see what time the game ends if the glitch happens. If the glitch does happen, next game, we're just going to score 3 goals immediately. That's because if the glitch is going to happen again, we might as well get it out of the way.
Exactly.
And then we will take it from there. So the score might not necessarily be the score in the corner, and we'll then run it through into another match where if they've just got 15 minutes left, we play 15 minutes. If they've got 75, then obviously we're going to play 45 and 35. Sorry, 25. So we're going to be making sure that the prestige and integrity of the tournament is held to the highest regard as we move on. Tom, what do you think of this one? How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I mean, well, Gab's just set up. He's live on Twitch. He is ready to go. He's just waiting for us to give him the go ahead. I mean, Lucy really wants these 3 points. We know that he's seeing quite a lot of Team Frenzy up the higher end of that leaderboard. So hopefully he's going to be able to grab at least a point this evening. I think that's a fair result. I think these two boys are kind of very close, as you can see in the table. Gav has got a lot of players that he can now. Evo, I think he's looking at doing the Thuram card, the right back, to upgrade him as well. Gav and Lucy have got a massive pool of players to call upon.
Thuram?
Yeah, Thuram, the right back, used to play for Barcelona as well.
Oh, right. Yeah. That was when he wasn't good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, he was well known for, yeah.
I got so confused with the because I remember obviously when the Calciopoli scandal happened.
Yes.
A lot of people left, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Turam went to somebody else. But then I
Thuram's
remember
quite a few clubs now, to be fair to him.
yeah, he was incredible at Parma.
Mm.
Absolutely incredible.
What a team. But yeah, Gab's ready. He's online. He's on Twitch. He will be streaming today. It's a real tricky one to see here. With it being the first game of the week where points matter, let's get Gav that a bit of ad revenue so he can buy whatever he wants for his family, bless him.
No, he does. He's them nuggets aren't going to buy themselves.
Absolutely. But no, let's enjoy this game. I don't really want to put a prediction on it because it could really go either way. But
well, the other side to it for me is I don't want to put any pressure on the lads. I think that
absolutely.
they're
Just play your game.
both lads. Who are going to go out and play well. Even in the competitiveness of the P&P League, even in the competitiveness of pro clubs, um, you know, people reach out to people on whatever team they are. And I've got to tell you, when Lucy got that win, I was really happy for him. I know he's on the other team, but I like to see
Yeah.
him do well. I really felt for him having those 0 points at that point because of how well he played against me, and obviously how close his game was against Burr as well.
Mm,
So I really felt for him. So given that he's put four past me, he's put four past Burr. We know he's capable of scoring goals.
absolutely.
Hopefully, he's learned to defend a little bit more in tune with the style of defending that exists right now. In terms of second man press and
Yes.
not necessarily committing to those centre backs quite so early in the game. So hopefully we see a very good game here. I believe it is with Lucy at home.
Yes, it is Lucy at home. We're just sorting out possible technical error here just before we do kick off the game. But something that Lucy has got again, it's another 4-2-1-3 formation. 1 second, the boys have just put in a message. It says first two, mate. We need to score 3 on goals and restart. Okay, so they've gone into a game mode where it has the 3 goals. So even if they just quit the game and then just restart, that would also work. It's a very strange one with all of these updates that EA are doing. It's just silly at this point of the year.
Well, Tom, I'm always. Are they playing? They're not playing, are they?
I think that they're just going to score 3 on goals. I don't know really why that would be the case. Surely you just leave the match. Maybe they know something we don't, but yeah, we can't judge any of these goals right now. Maybe they're testing it out. Who knows?
We'll let them run through that, and we'll keep an eye on things, and we'll get back to you.
But
So they're
Doc, I
just
have a
pausing the
question
game
for
now.
you though.
Yes.
So you've now, I know we've got the table. I've sent you the table. I've sent you the fixtures and results from the previous weeks. You found yourself in a position now where we're halfway through the season. 4 weeks are gone. You've picked up 2 wins so
I
far,
have
which is fantastic. Which is
one
is that
very
roughly where you want it to
unexpected.
be? Is that roughly
More.
where?
I am at 150% operational capacity right now.
Okay, so
I
you
am.
get a point a game, were you?
Yes.
Got you. Got it. Fair enough.
So,
I mean,
why'd you make it sound shit?
no,
I
I
made
know.
it sound real.
You're ahead of schedule. Think of it that way.
No, I am.
The season now.
I had a win that nobody thought I was going to get.
I'll be honest. No, I didn't think you were going to do
as Tom put it to me, he was like, "Oh, enjoy your win because you're not going to see one for the next 2 weeks." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then obviously I had to go and play my game against Smithy. Smithy should have won that game. Peter Schmeichel was just ungodly. Like I'd like to think that I helped by pressing Y before he
Mate,
shot.
whatever edge you've got, just the thing is at the end of the day, mate, you didn't just score a goal that under your own admission you think was a bit dodgy with the goalie diving. You held Smithy away from your goal as well to a point of yes, Michael saved you, but that's what your goalie's there to do as well.
He is. No, he did save me. And but yeah, we'll talk more about that game in a bit. We've got the lads kicking off right now.
Fantastic.
We've got the lineups coming through. Look to Barcola, the PSG favourites. Still no Dembele, I don't believe, coming through. But
no,
that's,
I see Due is on Lucy's bench as well. But here we go. Kickoff has now.
And this one is for the points, people. It means everything. So here we go. Cancelo on the ball. Vidal, obviously been through that Evo that turned everybody's card into a great card. The great Johan Cruyff breaking through the box, dribbling. Gav in a great position. Oh, amazing. See Gav using the precision shooting. Something I've come away from myself just because of the amount that you have to worry about in a game. Worrying about those missed opportunities that might have been saves. It just bothers me.
That's a ball.
But this is now you see this is how he plays. This is how he plays. He's tricky. He's tricky. He's tricky. People dismiss him because of the points, but see, watch this. Watch this.
I've never actually had the pleasure of watching Lucy play Ultimate Team. I've only ever seen him on clubs, but you can see he's recycling that ball very well. As you said, very patient now, just looking for that
Ne-
precise pass.
so when he played that against me in the past, Lukta had run through the middle of the box there,
Is
and
that
was
what you're
just
looking for?
through. Yeah, he likes to build these.
Oh,
That's the position he's constantly looking for.
I've got you. But this is
Um,
both teams playing with a 4-2-1-3. Again, you can see that it is a formation where it is a bit more gung-ho, a lot more players forward here. And Lucy is, again, quite patient. But here is Paralejo on the break with Gav. And this is the card that he spoke to me privately about this week. He's absolutely in love with this card. I believe it's got 91 as 4 of its base card stats. So he's absolutely evolved that fantastically this year. De Jong through to Johan Cruyff. Finesse shot block there and through to Dro. Back to Vidal now, who's got the intercept plus. And it's a bit of a shambles on the edge of the box here. Gav's got to make him pay for sure.
well, yeah, he's not. He didn't really take advantage of the situation there as well as he could have done. And with Lukta and that 99 pace, you're in trouble. Eventually, she is going to get a chance to blow past you, and you've got to have some goals in the bank to deal with players like that. Sometimes a player's a bit too unstoppable in a moment. Looking like that, but you'd have to say, Lucy playing really well in the first 15 minutes. Definitely the aggressor. Definitely more in control of his game. Using great width there. Great width. Trying to make Gav commit. Gav's not committing. Great play. Used
Very
Vidal there
smart
to
play by
win the
Gav there.
ball.
You could tell what was
Yeah,
happening though, couldn't you? You could tell what the next move was. So Gav
yeah,
reading the game very well there on his own break now. Could have
yeah.
recycled that into Vidal for me and then another ping pass into the middle just to open up a little bit more. But this pace again now, Kabassi isn't able to catch up. Or again,
No,
recycling. You know that ball is going to be popped backwards and recycled every time. So Gav is starting to read that a bit more now as De Jong intercepts it into Dro. Dro, who can be used by both teams actually.
that's I didn't know that.
Oof.
Oh,
Good.
nearly a horrific goal to concede there from Lucy. Now, interestingly, a fullback on the free kick. Okay.
Gav's got a plan here. He did tell me he's been working on corners this week, but the first 2 he has used is almost as if Lucy knows what's coming. Oh, and there's the Gav flick, as we always know. You know, if it's Rashford or Cruyff, he's going to be doing some form of flick.
This is going. It
Oh,
needed to go. That needed to go in the air.
yeah, had to be lofted there.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
great work by Crystal Dunn here, just to outbody a lot of Gav's midfield here. But Lucy's got to be a bit quicker, bringing that ball forward, a bit more aggressive.
yeah. You can see that he's trying to move people around. He maybe needs to commit people before he passes the ball.
Yes.
But I mean, he's opened Gav up here. He's in a position that we would all want to be in. I think the issue that he has is getting that ball back to his CDM.
I think something that Lucy does very well is he gets down the byline and he creates that space, but he's almost bringing it to the edge of the box a bit too much. For me, you've got to ping that ball straight into the feet of your striker and then either turn left or right and then shoot across goal, because at the end of the day, Lucy is making chances, but he's not shooting enough. I mean, you've got to ask that question of a goalkeeper, especially in this league, as you said earlier, Doc, where goalies can either make incredible saves or horrendous blunders.
Yeah, and again, in a fantastic situation here. Now, if it was me and I had the width against this formation, I would just be pulling everything wide,
Absolutely, yeah.
and I'd just be like, "Come meet me out here." Either come meet me out here or I'm scoring a finesse.
That's good movement. That's a good goal. Crystal done. 1-0.
Let's go. Huge pressure on Gavin now. And you know what? I think he's going to deliver. I think we're going to see a step up in his game. He's going to get a bit quicker on the ball. But, I never give a good player, I'd never give a player with good fundamentals confidence.
Absolutely. You've got to
is a good thing.
You've got to be not negative, but you've got to try and nullify what they're good at from the start. Lucy now is purring a little bit now. What a tackle there by Araujo.
And Araujo back in defence now for Gav.
Yes, yeah. After did he get?
It's on.
Oh, another save by Shagan. Gav. I believe he discarded the 5-star skill Chesney after his episode of Flicks and never managed to get him back. So Shagan is back in goal. Lucy, I've got to say, has been in charge of this half so far. Just tiki-taka football.
This is
Oh,
how he
right.
plays. The
Very good
thing that
player.
I've found is that maybe not in this game is that I've seen him push his fullbacks very far forward and leave himself three at the back. Um,
Gav's here though.
that's
Gav
fantastic.
scores.
That's
Johan Cruyff.
fantastic. Yeah, that's a high class goal there to flick
That
it with.
is.
I think he saw my goal from with the XG.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
quite similar actually. You're right.
it's you know, he scored a great goal there. I actually didn't know how I scored that goal. I just acted like I did. But
Yeah, no, it's a goal.
1-1. I'd have to say great resilience from Gav. He
Yeah.
has tried to defend the finesse shot as well as he can do, and
We're going to get a goal on
unfortunate.
half time here. No, what a challenge by Vidal.
Yeah, unfortunate for Lucy to go a goal down, but you have to be prepared for anything in these P&P games with the play styles and the skills that people have. So, great job from both of them. Lucy should come out feeling like he can score lots of goals, and I feel
Absolutely.
like Gav should come out feeling like at any point he can score a goal, which is
Yeah,
a
I
great
mean,
position to be in.
you were quite right, Doc. You did predict that Lucy would have the lion's share of possession, which he has had. I think he can be a little bit more driven towards goal. Have a couple more shots, as I said earlier. But again, you've seen Gav on the break. He is able to pump that ball forward and be that direct. I mean, these two players are actually polar opposites in the way that they are playing against each other at the moment. You can see Gav here. He's got Puyol, Thuram. He's bringing on Claudia Pina, perhaps, but he's just brought on Fabregas. And Fabregas and Vidal, what a lovely pivot partnership that is. You've got a destroyer followed by an absolute magician.
Yeah, yeah. When you've got four creative players up front like that, I'm not sure how much creativity you do need in that midfield. But good short passing, ping pass, maybe even incisive, always good to have on those cards. Fabregas is a weird one. It has odd physicality. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the body shape or what, but he's a weird card to tackle in the box. He's stronger than he looks. Lucy
Yeah.
here, looking to build from
Good
that
at
position on the
recycling,
left
but
hand
again,
side that he
he's
loves
sitting
so
there.
much.
Oh, what a ball that is through. What a finish.
Oh,
Barcola.
what a that was as onside as you can be
Yes,
without being
yes, you are
offside.
you are correct. That is one where in real life you'd be standing there for 10 minutes looking at VAR. Lucy
Oh God.
again winning this ball here. Digne, he's got to offload it. Lo Celso through to Barcola. This almost looks like, and this is no offense towards Lucy, he's definitely seems to be playing with the abstract PSG players. You don't think of PSG and go, oh, Lo Celso or Crystal Dunn, but fair play to the guy. He's using the players that he loves, and it's working out for him.
Yeah, he's gone for players that he's interested in that suit his style of football. Some of the smaller female players have their huge benefits,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
if you can use them well, which he does, he spins, gets out of the tackle well. He can get opportunities for goals, but that's an unfortunate deflection, and it's those kind of deflections that normally lead to goals. But
Mm.
Gav has really given Lucy an opportunity to reset.
He's got through there,
But
surely. That's a great take.
oh,
Great.
he just took it off his foot. I
Go on.
can't believe that one. Oh my god.
I've got to give it
Yeah,
to Lucy. For the first time I've ever seen him play, I'm very
he's
impressed.
very good, isn't he? He's very good.
Great hands by Chishig there. Barker,
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
that goal that Barker has scored there. It's almost a mirror image of that first goal that was scored, but we've seen now it's time for Pina. Is it time for any more subs? Gav's elected not to for now, but Pina coming on in that left wing
Who's
spot.
Gav's striker? Is it Cruyff?
Cruyff is up front. Rashford now in cam. I think he wants Rashford in the middle, possibly to do one of those flicks. But we know that Rashford and Cruyff is one hell of a partnership for Gav.
It is. Maybe the wrong way round, in my
Yes, that's
opinion.
what I'd have done. I'd have put Cruyff in the cam. He's more of a 10, isn't he?
Yeah, especially with his top speed.
Yes. Yeah.
He beats a man and then he passes or shoots.
Oh, here we go. It's almost as if he's listening, isn't it?
We have a viewer.
I tell you what, though, Doc, I think this next goal is massive. 60th minute in now.
It is.
Plenty of time. But if Gav does get a second, you can't help but feel like he's just going to carry on that pressure. But on the other hand, if Lucy's able to go 3-1 up, then I don't know about you, but at the moment, I can't see Gav scoring more than 3 goals in this game because Lucy's just holding on to that ball, getting these little free kicks and breaking up the game, breaking up that flow.
Yeah, it's a bit like there isn't Gav's game doesn't have a lot of pressure in it. So
Yeah.
because of that, Lucy is able to keep the ball and move around and advance up the pitch. And if it was me, I would probably be looking to double tap RB, close people a bit closer. I'd be looking to
Opposed.
holding RB to close down on the man with the ball
Yeah.
and just trying to get it back and then counter, at
What Gav's
speed.
got to do there, though, is where he was with Pina. I mean, it might work out for him now. What I would do with Pina in those situations when you are on the break with your striker who is furthest forward, what a save! You've got to pass it back and trigger the own run of the striker just to get more players forward and get that run going. But Gav again got
With the
another
fullback.
technique. Very strange. It does make you think what Gav's got up his sleeve here. Inviting that pressure. Is he wanting to get Lucy just to drag his players out a little bit? But Lucy, being that defensive monster that he is on clubs, is now possibly on the break, just not enough on it there. Balde, a day one card for Gav. That Balde's been on one hell of an evolution journey with him. Through to Sama Pamaleo, in to Claudia Pina, and it's fallen to Rashford. Fantastic tackle by Mukiele into Karchawi.
Really good tackle.
Right. Crystal Dunn bringing that ball forward and a fantastic play.
See, this is why you would bring the pressure to a team like this because they're small and technical.
Oh, post!
Can it? It
isn't. Wow, Lucy's hanging on the ropes at the moment. Gav is swinging. Great feet there. Great feet. Oh.
I'd say that's unfortunate, but he was also lucky. So, the game give and take away, and that was definitely one of those moments there. So 2-2, 20 minutes to go. Gav in the ascendancy. Lucy having played the better football, created the more chances.
Yes.
However, he's now in a 5, a 4. He's back in position.
Yeah, bought a little bit of time there. Lucy was smart there, but losing the ball on the edge again. Now Pina's through.
Oh, it's post again. Oh, Gav being absolutely mugged off here by the.
You know what, though? I think that kind of makes up for the goal that he scored as well, doesn't it? I mean, he definitely deserves at least 2 this game. I think if that were me conceding that second goal from Lucy, you would feel a bit hard done by. But also, you've got to thank your lucky stars that Gav has hit the post twice with Pina.
I'd be raging if I conceded that goal after the thing because I
will say this as well. It does swing your mindset when you're in that game. You feel hard done by, and Pamela is through. Offside.
Oh, some of these. I mean, I thought she was offside, but some of these calls have been so close. I don't even want to say offside because I feel like a moron. See, Lucy playing out from the back. Unfortunately, losing the ball there. Now Vidal, you'd think that maybe he would look to his big gap through the middle there. So much speed, but again, maybe the pass came too soon.
The game's just so open. Look at the midfield. The midfielders have 5-10 yards each just to run or pass into.
Yeah,
got to take control of it. If one of these boys want to win, they've got to do something different now because at the moment they are just making this a basketball game.
Yeah. Well, with 7 minutes to go, we could see 2 goals, one from either side in this. Look to clear over the top.
Oh, he could have been through. Oh, you've got to lay it off at that point. You've got to lay it off.
And this is where you're in trouble. Cruyff, Rashford, Pina.
That was silly by Gav there. That was really silly because it gave Lucy some time to get back into possession now. And is he going to make that pay? You've got to drill the ball into feet. Got to keep drilling that ball.
Triggering runs, perhaps, is something that he could look to introduce to his game. But he's in a fantastic position.
No, that was a chance. Oh, it's a lovely block. Baltimore now on the ball. Got to swing it in. He's got to turn, have a go.
You'd have to say, if he had that move again, he'd definitely be shooting.
Gav is on the ropes. You know what, he's very well. Bit too silly there. Last minute of the game. Be smart now. You've got to be smart. Make sure that you get that last chance of the game, but don't waste it now. The ball's got to go forward. Got to go forward now. And that's game. A 2-2 draw. Thoughts, Doc?
Fair game.
Yes.
Fair game, I felt like. I felt that there was a lot of chances created by Gav in the box.
Yeah, it'd be good to see the match stats.
That he didn't necessarily go with. I also felt like Lucy had a lot of shots from outside of the box that perhaps in better times would have gone in. So it was one of those games that was incredibly close.
Yes.
I'm glad neither person lost.
Because I felt that it was absolutely a fair game.
I felt that Lucy absolutely deserved the win. Absolutely deserved the win. And I don't want to see him come away with anything, but hit the post, was it 3 times, 2 times? Yeah, you've got to say, that makes things very, very difficult for somebody to lose out on. We have got Gav joining us very briefly, just for a couple of minutes, just to talk through the result and what went on, and we'll bring him in now. Good to see you, Gav. Good to see you playing well, mate.
Hello, mate.
What was the idea behind the ball roll flick up with Cruyff?
Right, so this is the only reason I've come on, just to clear that up. I was meant to play a lock, and it only registered my right stick. I was meant to play a lock, switch over to Thelma, and then run her inside, play the ball through, and then I'm through. And instead, it hasn't. Mate, I was so annoyed. I sat there. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
An opportunity that, yeah.
But,
so, Gav,
full credit to Lucy. What a game! What a game!
2-2. What did you expect from Lucy coming into this game, Gav? Did you expect anything?
I don't know, because I've not really seen him play. He didn't play foot at all last year, so it's completely bizarre. I mean, I've played Lucy in the past. It's actually how me and Lucy met. We met through a Facebook group that we're both in, and that's how he came through to the Discord. Yeah. And so I know he's a good player, but I didn't know really what to expect. I've seen him play. I've seen him get some nice wins. I've seen him take some tough losses, but we all know he's got a goal in him. To only keep him to 2, I'm quite happy with that.
Yes.
To be fair, we know he's got a good few goals in him.
Yeah. Now, did you feel like when you hit the post first in the second half, were you just cursing it?
Cursing like mad. And then to hit the post a second time.
Yeah. Well, after the first one, I think, in the second half anyway, you were then fortunate enough to get a ball bobble in the box and the keeper fell over. And
very, very fortunate.
Well, we felt
that's the sub magic of Fabregas, that is.
So again, you're happy with the point given how the game went?
I think it's a good point to have. To be fair, Lucy's a very good player, so I think a point in that game was a fair result.
I think so too. I think Lucy was obviously a lion's share of possession. We were both saying played better football in terms of how he moved it around the pitch, but you also had a lot of chances in the box as well. So it was one of those games where on one side you were like feeling the football and really wanting Lucy to get the result, but on the other side you had to respect the fact that you were creating chances in the box. And I think in any game of football, like, possession is a great start, but you really want to look at like how many shots in the box versus how many shots outside the box. I feel that if Lucy had a couple of precision plus out the box shooters, he might have caused you a bit more trouble with some of those shots from Crystal Dunn. But
she's good.
Yeah, all around good performance. Ter Stegen played well for you as well.
He did very well. Much better than Szczesny. We don't talk about him.
And we've seen Araujo been moved back into centre back now.
Yeah, Araujo stays at centre back. I'm trying to figure out what I do with the new centre back Evo that's come out. I can put it on Araujo, Cabrassi. I can put it on my Carlos Puyol. I can put it on Thuram. Lots of options.
Yeah, Thuram is a great card. Just the shitty playstyles.
Yeah, which is why it might end up on Araujo. To be fair.
Yeah, minimal gains for some of those really high quality centre backs. It's mostly just a pace boost.
Mm.
It feels like so it's a difficult one. If you've got any high quality CDMs that can play centre back that have low defensive stats, like I mean, one comes to mind, Ward Prowse card from a while back.
Yeah, the World Tour one.
Yeah, if you still had that, you could probably turn that into a little monster. But I'm stuck on that one too. I'm not sure who to put it on. I'm thinking about maybe it's because the stats don't go above 91.
No.
Yeah.
And I've already got 91 and 91, and it'll just give me a +3 on sprint speed. But yeah, Gav, really good result. Tom, anything you would like to add?
I think it was. I think it was a fair result.
Yeah, definitely.
Lucy did have the line of possession, but Gav, it's what you do in possession is what matters. I think that both of you can kick yourselves at some chances that you scored or didn't score. It could have been one of those games where it could have been 4-0 to either player, but I'm happy with the result. I think 2-2 is a fair reflection on yourselves and the league. I think it's a really nice way to kick off this week, actually, points being shared instead of a team chasing each other.
I think the thing is as well, going into that game, I was so nervy after previous P&P games where I've been, to be completely blunt, hammered. It was very, very nervy from my point of view as well, which probably didn't help the smoothness of my gameplay, but I still got the point, which I'm happy with, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, you should be, Gavin. You keep on playing those friendlies, mate, and you keep on doing what you do. Obviously, it's been great to see you come on and just play. We all know you can play. It's
been
just
enjoyable
great to see you play with heart. And don't let the mental side of the game get to you. You've got the skills to score goals. And just unleash that team as best as you can, and don't be frightened to get a bit more ratty with it. We're playing against some real animals in this competition.
Oh mate, it's all right. I did beat a certain Chinese team the other day.
Yeah, that's a friendly.
Oh, do you know what? He's been awfully quiet, isn't he? He's won one game in the last 3 weeks, and all of a sudden he started yapping again. So
allow it.
Tonight,
allow it. He got his point. He's doing better than some. And a point for Team Fitzy. I know it's a point for Team Frenzy, but it's a point for Team Fitzy.
We'll take it.
We got a point. We got a point. It's like when Strategic was playing against Sheep, and I was like, well, at least if they did play each other and lost, Team Frenzy would get 3 less points. Instead of 6, you'd get 3. Yeah, but thank you for joining us, Gav, and we'll catch
thanks for having me on.
You look after yourself.
I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, man, catch.
Yeah, good to have Gav.
Right, Dobby is live.
Yeah,
Dobby is live. We've got Dobby, who is Liverpool, past and present. Not normally a team we'd allow, due to our previous rules of not having a lot of top 4 English sides. But as we know, Liverpool now aren't a top 4 English side as things stand. He has replaced Tino. Tino has left the P&P League due to other circumstances that are out of its control. So Rangers now have been swapped with Liverpool. A bit of a strange Liverpool team, which we will see in game. But he is up against the mighty Will, who is United VYD. Doc, looking at the table in front of me, he's a killer. I mean, he's second place, 4 games, 4 wins, plus 16 goal difference. But he's got a Dobby in his way.
He has. I'm not sure how this one's going to go. I would love Dobby to get a result. Obviously,
it's a flip of a coin. This game,
yeah,
is honestly the way I think about this. Is a flip of a coin. I've got to back Will because I know what he's capable of. He's got a lot of experience in this. I think they've got the same formations. They're running a 4-4-1-1. Both of the boys here.
Will definitely is running 4-4-1-1.
Yeah, well, I know Dobby is as well. Dobby has got a Cam who is an absolute flashback if you know your Liverpool team. So, Doc, I'll see if you know your Liverpool knowledge in a minute. But he's a player who was in the academy and he slipped away. He's now playing his trade in Spain, even though he's English.
Did he play for Blackburn?
Oh, he might. No, it's not Harvey Elliott. No, but he did play in the Championship. It's Ovia Jaria, who did play for Reading. So it is a kit of blue and white. But kicking off here is Dobby at home. Henderson through to Ovie Ejaria, and we've got a 91 rated Chiesa at the spearhead of this Liverpool attack today. Dobby's gone with absolute blistering speed. John Ariza as a left back against Mastantuono, with Luis Diaz coming up against this Real Madrid defence. Tchouameni, the absolute lion in the middle there, who's a mainstay since season 1. Chiesa just recycling that ball through to Ejaria now. A lovely step up by Fernando Hierro. That is the Trophy Titan Premium card of 93 rated. But the main person that we are going to be looking at again is Will striker Manu Garcia, who I believe over the first 2 seasons of the PMP is definitely in the top 3 goal scorers. Although Mohamed Salah with a turn! Finesse.
Wow.
Dobby 1-0. First owner, UCL Salah. What a card to pack.
Yes, a substitute in most of his games these days, not the force that he was, but the card looks good.
Absolutely. And, you know, he's pulling a curtain on his Liverpool career here, but he's only just getting started.
Can't let him in again. He can't let him in again. Off the bar.
Bobby has shown violence. He's come out swinging in his first ever live stream game, and fair play to him. He's showing absolutely no fear, which is what we want to see in this PMP league. Is William going to reply here?
Oh, great use of the body there by Risa.
Dejan Lovren being at the back today. Calvin Ramsey at right back for Dobby. He's gone a bit of an adverse way here, but lovely defending there by Dobby. I'd say his defense is very big and bulky. You know, Kanate, Lovren, Risa, Calvin Ramsey, very bulky players.
Oh, that's
through. He's through. Save there by Alphonse Areola, the West Ham goalkeeper.
Fantastic play. I'm finding it hard to comment on somebody in a Liverpool shirt without calling him a piece of shit. I can't. It's hard. I'm trying to stay like impartial, but I'm like, come on, Real Madrid. Yeah. But obviously,
well, you need Liverpool to win.
Yeah, I know. I just can't do it, man.
Well, at least Salah scored, and you know you're used to seeing him celebrate in years past against Man United. So I suppose it's good that he's actually scoring a goal for your team today. Fantastic footwork there. Theo Hernandez with the intercept plus, driving that ball out to Mastantuono. Another counter taken out by Risa.
He is, and Luis Diaz. That is, whichever Luis Diaz you've got, it's a dangerous card. I used the team of the week of his a while ago. What happened to Adagula there? A bit fucked on the animation.
Strange animation, but doesn't matter because game goes on.
That Theo Essien Hoyson like backline, that part is so hard to get past.
Absolutely,
which shows you how great that goal is that Dobby scored from that position.
It's the shot cancels that are doing it for Dobby at the moment. You know, he is body feinting. He's doing driven balls. He's got the high pressure. Chiesa with a lovely double turn.
Yeah,
and now it's got a chance
great use of pressure as well by putting players into positions. This is
goodness me.
Almost a second goal there, and I think that he might be paying for that because that's what it's like to play against Will when he has this Real Madrid team. You know, he has been unapologetic in the way he plays, and you know, look at this.
That is football there by William.
This is a trademark. This is a trademark of his. How many goals have we seen Tchouameni score?
That choo-choo train absolutely breaking up the play on the edge of Will's box there, of Dobby's box there. 1-1. I mean, Dobby was punished there for doing a little bit too much in the opposition's box. However, he don't think he's going to make that mistake again. But William is waking up a little bit more now. It's a bit of a freaking basketball match at the moment. Roja.
A little bit. I think that Will has noticed that Dobby is aggressive with his fullback on the ball side, and I think he's looking to expose it.
Fantastic defending there by Martin. Ejaria again, a 6'1" Cam who moves just like an old Adel Tarab. What a ball through, an interception again. Tchouameni at the moment has got to be the man of the match.
Yeah, so far just outstanding. Him and Essien are just controlling the middle of the park. I mean, like they would in real football, you wouldn't want to play against that midfield.
No, goodness no. Do you know what? The extra pass just wasn't there for Will. to use. But again, breaking up that play. Will's growing into the game slowly.
Again, see him with his fullback on the ball side again.
Yes, yeah. It's this game, another one could go any way, Doc. I mean, Dobby, the early aggressor here. Through ball, what a take from Luis Diaz. Oh, the footwork,
that was
the
really
goal.
well taken.
It's all about that big shot.
Well, and also just about being so calm in that moment where.
Yes.
Look, I'm not saying I am a high level player or anything, but I've been playing so much lately and been playing in a certain way that I've found myself with time in the box where I never used to, where it's like, oh, I can shoot or pass. Which one am I going to do? You know,
you feel spoiled almost.
Well, you just sort of you build up a almost like a tolerance to impatience.
Yes, you want that end result.
Now the matter of the fact is that
moving a bit too quickly there.
Well, look, here's something we know about Will. He has a very hard team to beat.
Yes.
Can he beat very hard teams with those players?
I feel like Dobby's pressure, Dobby's full throttle football at the moment is just pushing Will back a bit more than he's used to. He's not used to having to chase a game. He's not used to having to try and be a bit more methodical in the way that he plays. We know that he likes Mastantuono as his right mid with rapid and quick step plus to then run it by the byline and cut it back.
When you think about the Evo potential of Luka Modric, when you think about the Cruz card that we've seen Ben use, it's great having those two midfielders. However, are they going to be creative enough to get you the goals that you need to beat higher level players? I think.
But what we are talking of high level players, Dobby is certainly playing like one right now. I mean, he's got that groove. You can only feel if he gets another goal here. What a save! I mean, it was right at him, but the reflexes.
Yeah, that was like a composure issue to me.
Yes, yeah, it did seem that way. Again, is Dobby going to be made to pay here? Guti in the middle of the pitch now. I just feel like for Will, there's not enough people forward.
You could even argue that Guti's defensive for a cam.
Yeah, you are correct there. He's not that typical dynamic cam, is he?
No, he's not. He's great.
Oh, that is a red though.
Yeah.
Oh, what a save.
And again, exposing that pushing forward with the fullback. I think it's so unfortunate there. But he's in possession. Tchouameni finesse shot coming in. Normally from that position, he does love to score them.
There's just not enough people forward at the moment. I think
there's not enough creativity. There's a structure, and the structure's been broken, and the game plan's been changed from and get through me after I score to I need to score.
Yeah. I don't want to say the word desperate because we're not at that point yet, but the composure needs to be there. And talking of composure, a low-driven shot, 3-1 to Dobby. You can only feel that Dobby's going to be pushing on from here on out there.
Well, let's see what Will's about. We praise him. We talk about how good he is. Let's see.
There is a reason why he is second in the league, but this would be a huge scalp.
Well,
for Dobby.
For me, like if I've got the players available to me at Real Madrid that he does at this stage, I'm using them. I'm trying to get them. There are some Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. There's a season pass Casemiro. It's not like there aren't instantly good cards available. 92 Vinicius Jr. That can play striker. So perhaps Will needing to look at his team, needing to maybe put in some Evo work.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked for him here on out, but we've seen today Dobby with a Lovren who is outpacing Mastantuono. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be saying Lovren
outpacing
in 2016, outpacing this young man on the wing. I mean, goodness me, evolutions absolutely changed the game, as we all know. I mean, hopefully William can get a foothold back in this game now, but Dobby is just matching him pace for pace. Chiesa, what a troubling person he is to try and
Yeah.
mark. I mean, looking at him, you don't know which way to turn, left or
No,
right.
he is troubling. You know, we're seeing Will's wingers putting it into his cam before he's even without much
Yeah.
progress past the halfway line. Great ball, great
Yeah,
play.
this is where Will's good.
Oh,
This is where he's good.
that.
It's offside. It's offside.
Oh,
That's where he needs to do is that drilled ball into the feet of an agile striker there. If Will can do that, then he can still cause some damage
so
with whatever time is left in this game.
one of the things I noticed from the previous games is lack of driven through balls, lack of
Yeah.
to me look like ping passing.
Yeah.
You know, particularly from the CDMs in terms of trying to get it wide back into the middle. I mean, that's the
Ooh.
system. That's what we're trying to do here from the back. Goalkeeper to defender, defender to fullback, fullback to CDM, CDM to cam, cam to striker, back to cam to strike. You know, it's a simple football plan that looks good
Yeah.
and it's being executed. So,
on the ball here. Surely a goal here for Will. This would cause a lot of damage.
yeah, but
Camavinga driven ball in.
I mean, ask
Taking
yourself a
offside,
question when you know. It's a Michael Jordan situation, isn't it? It's like, you know, do you want Michael Jordan taking that? You know, do you want Cristiano Ronaldo taking that shot, or do you want Camavinga?
No, absolutely. I mean, you got to look at the players that you got in and around you. I mean, Tchouaméni, Guti, and Camavinga all on the pitch at the same time. It's not enough,
No.
is it? I mean, you can't just rely on Manu Garcia. And we've seen then Dobby's made the changes. Ekitike, Wilson, Mane. We've seen Ekitike score to go 2-1 up. We've seen Mane score to go 4-1.
Ekitike's big as well. He's a
yeah,
unit.
absolutely. What a card.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
Ooh, lovely ball.
Ball roll. Oh, doesn't even need it. It's 4-2. We've got 10 minutes to go plus injury time. Dobby, do you have balls? We're going to find out. Does a house elf have balls? I don't know. But if they do, J.K. Rowling's got an issue with it.
I mean,
not me.
You're putting high pressure on your team. You've got to be putting that high pressure on your team. Bursting it forward, cracking interception now. Dobby's got to do that game management now. Just slow things down if he is going to be serious about seeing out this win. Or is he going to carry on and go gung-ho for another goal? We know Team Fitzy need the points. Is he just going to go gung-ho and keep scoring?
Well,
Calvin Ramsey with the
I think with 5 minutes to go, you can be less gung-ho. But then again, you could also go for a goal. You got so fortunate there. That was a Will type interception on the edge of the box. Actually, that's the kind of thing that he's done really well this season with Tchouaméni. So I mean, we're seeing Endrick on the pitch. You know, imagine that was Bale. You know, that had that left wing with that speed. You know, we all love an Evo, but at some point, an icon or somebody else is a better card.
Here we go. Oh, fantastic defending by Dobby. Into the feet of Camavinga again. Challenge by
my goodness what a challenge. I think we're going to see a goal here. I think we're going to see some oh no. Well, Will coming out here playing for Pride, last minute of the game.
You've got to give it to Will. He's gone for it there in the last 15 minutes.
He has gone
Fair
for
play.
He has, but he has not got the result. One of the biggest shocks we've had in the tournament so far. A favourite, one of the best teams, being undone by this new, unconventional, past and present
Liverpool
team.
I'll say it, Doc. Don't worry, I can say it.
Yeah, and Dobby with a great win there. Dobby with a great win.
Dobby has announced himself tonight.
He has.
You know, we've seen him get the win in the previous week, but tonight he's
if
shown
this
himself.
was his debutant ball, then I can assure you a European count will be coming your way, sir.
You know, you've got to give it to Dobby there. You know, William is a fantastic player. And for Dobby to come and score 4.
I've got a question, Will. I've played Dobby. I've scored more goals than that.
I think for Will, I think that was a shock. I think it was a shock early on. You know, you could see the early goal from Salah set the tone straight away. And Will isn't used to conceding early. He's used to getting that goal, controlling the game, and then seeing and just making that game his own. We've seen that he had Camavinga, Guti, Tchouameni in that flat 5 formation in the middle. It's not exactly overbearing going forward, but it's very much a controlling system. He's not able to chase a game with those players on the pitch.
Well, I always ask the question, is 6 defenders not enough? Like, if you've got 4 at the back, 2 CDMs, you've got 6 defensive players and 4 attacking players, however you wish to redistribute them from there. Or you've got 5 defensive players and 5 attacking players, which I think is very difficult at the moment, considering that you really need to stop the run through the middle and you need to stop the ball over the top. If you can do both, you're going to shut a team down. You know, and I think that's kind of what Will ran into in that game, was that he was going into situations where maybe a player with a more condensed body type maybe could have done things, or a player with better attributes and stats.
Have we got time to interview Dobby?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'll send him the link.
Yeah, we got 9 minutes before our next match.
Lovely. Whilst we're doing interviewing of Dobby, I will be checking up on the other boys just to make sure that they are ready to go. So if you see me on my phone, it's just me doing that, buddy.
No problem. So things in the league are actually, you'd have to say that there's been a great rallying from Team Fitzy lately in terms of, you know, getting points on the board and moving forward. Obviously, you know, there's a huge, it's goal difference at the moment that's separating any Chinese Ryan from emerging into that top 10. So obviously with the games he's got this week, he is going to be looking at taking his game forward. But really, over the next 2 sessions, we could see some movement in this table. We've already seen the second place team lose today, which means that the likes of Azza, Sheep, yourself,
Fitzy,
Tom, the captain, you know, are all in a great position. And with that loss that he's taken on there, he now has gone to a plus 14 goal difference, which puts him on the
he slipped down by 1.
Well, more so than that, he's actually slipped down below. I think he may have slipped down below Sheep on goals scored. No, actually, yeah, he'll be ahead on goals scored.
Yes.
Okay. But it gives us.
So without playing, he's gone after the table.
Yeah, well, it means that people like Old Gamer Steve, Fanta Hunter, Lou can all push on to equal points, and it means that the likes of Azza, Sheep, Fitzy, and yourself can extend their lead. And with the likes of Strategic, who we think probably will get a great result given how he's played this week. There's an opportunity over the next 2 weeks for some of the team Fitzy players to push on and get themselves high up that leaderboard and try and bring the points home and try and make things a bit more competitive.
Absolutely. So Dobby can join us. No camera, not working, but voice. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Good evening, gents.
Good evening.
Congratulations,
Dobby. Filthy Club. Why Liverpool? Why'd you make me do it?
Honestly, it wasn't my choice. It all happened purely based off pack luck.
You did this.
Not me. Mate, if anyone wanted Liverpool, I'd want it.
It was meant to be an Argentina present, but when you pack Salah's for the final, you kind of have to use him, so it switched.
Yeah, which you did. Did you think you were going to get that result today?
Honestly, I went into when the schedule came out, I was like, oh, you know what? I could give that a game. And then I saw the league table. I was like, oh, he's only conceded 4 goals all of this time. I was like, oh, no. So...
well, you've matched that in one game.
I have. Yeah. But I was bricking it going into the game, but whilst you've all been streaming the previous games, I was absolutely rushing to finish the Ajaria and the Kanai Evo so that this was ready.
So, Dobby, I've got a question for you.
Go for it.
Obviously, you play guys in the Discord. You know, you've only joined us a couple of weeks ago, but it's like you've been here for years, to be fair to you. Is there anything that can really prepare you for playing that live with people commenting on the way that you're playing? Is there any way that can really prepare you?
Honestly, I mean, it depends. Like, once I was in the game, I locked in and I was ready. But it's that build up to the game where you're like, oh, there's people watching. There's going to be everyone's ready to see what happens. It's a big game, you know. It's a lot of people are expecting it to go the other way because of the way the league's gone. I've only played a couple of people, and I mean, some of them games have gone well, but whether I hadn't versed someone who I thought was like really, really up there, and definitely he was. I had to be completely on top of my game, and I wasn't for a couple of the goals, hence why I conceded again. But I mean, it was a tough game, really, really good.
Yeah. Did you have a game plan? Obviously, you've never played
no, I haven't. And to be honest, until I think it was Monday night, I was still playing the 4-2-1-3, which didn't work. So I'd been using this 4-4-1-1 and just getting used to essentially trying to keep hold of the ball and trying to find the pockets with Chiesa, because he just turns so quickly. As long as I can get him somewhat near the edge of the box, I can turn the centre backs. And once I realised that because he'd started running down the wing a lot with his two wingers, and most people at some point cut back. And after the first or second time he did it, I realised, he's not going to cut back. He's just going to keep going. But no, I mean, it went well. It went well, and then obviously the fact I've now got a subs bench, that was really helpful. I actually had people to sub on, but
they did well. They did well.
They did, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not too bad considering this team's about 10 days old.
Well, it seems you've gone down an unconventional route as well, because you're using some players I have no idea who they are. So who are some of these like rogue cards you're using? And people like
I mean, they're not that rogue.
The what's his name?
Calvin Ramsey.
Ajaria. Yeah, I mean, Ajaria came about because he's funnily enough played for Sunderland, who I obviously support. I mean, most of it is, Calvin Ramsey, really low-rated base card. Same with Ajaria. So it's the ability for me to have chained about like 7 or 8 Evos for both of them to get them to that stage. Gravenberch, the fact he's at centre-back, came about just because there was an Evo that turned a CDM to a centre-back. But I mean, and then, Konate didn't get the upgrade on Wednesday night, but he looks pretty good now.
Tonight's Evo.
He went into Night's Evo, yeah. And then Lovren was just, I was like, honestly, he's phenomenal. I didn't expect him at all.
What's he got, like 93 defending or something?
It's absolutely crazy. And then they've both got quick step base. So as lengthy centre backs with quick step, it's just phenomenal.
Fantastic. Yeah. I agree.
I mean, there was that one point in the game where I can't remember who he was winning through with, and Lovren just suddenly sprinted. Rapid plus, and he sprinted up to her. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And that one was wild.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Great result. A surprise. And for yourself, you must feel confident going forward that you can compete with anyone.
Yeah, as long as it's not Tom. I'm pretty okay with everybody else.
You'll smash Tom. You'll smash him. Don't worry about
it. We'll see.
Thanks for having me on, though.
He's just waiting to play me and put 15 past me. That's all he wants to do.
He won't. As long as you play how you did against me, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but I won't. I'll just end up losing it, and I'll start wanting to hack his players.
It means more. It means more. Dog, what you need to understand, right, is if it's Frenzy or Fitzy, people don't play their normal games against us because they want to scout the people who are at the top.
True.
All form goes out the window. People play against us deliberately.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yes. To quote Parks and Rec, I always recommend that people take the high road, so it leaves plenty of room for me on the low road.
Very good.
Dobby, thank you for joining us, and we will catch up with you soon, and obviously have you back on as well. It's a pleasure to watch you play.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to play, mate. Love it. Hope to see the rest of the games.
Yeah, we got some good ones coming up. Catch you soon, man.
Catch
All
you
right?
soon.
Look after yourself. Thanks for
Will
the
do.
games as well and the advice. It really helped this week.
No problem.
Thank you, man. Bye-bye. Great guy.
What a
He
sweetheart.
is a really nice guy.
What a
I
sweetheart.
like him a lot.
Okay. Final game. Flown by Doc. It's literally, it feels like we just started speaking 2 minutes ago.
It does.
Jordan, Newcastle, hosting Jay,
Oh, it's my
Kosovo.
boy.
It's your boy.
My
I've been
boy.
speaking a lot.
He
I've
is
been speaking a lot
genuinely
with
my
Jay,
boy.
who happens to be on your team this week. We ran our game this week. We were in comms during the game. Just really took it easy. We didn't put any pressure on the game. He's a sweetheart. Doc, he's your partner at the
He
back
is.
of pro clubs. He's my partner in terms of that person who's just behind me as well. An absolute sweetheart versus Jordan, who's very edgy, very much got a point to prove this season with his Newcastle side. We got a 4-1 formation from King. However, when he played me, he did the thing, as I said a minute ago, people change their custom tactics or formation when they play me or Fitzy. He deployed a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, which he'd never played before, for the game against me. I said, just stick to your guns, stick to what you know. I mean, we know he took out Steve in game week 1, and King has had the 4 hardest fixtures in the whole of the PMP. He started off with Steve, he had United VYD, he had, I want to say, Strategic, and he had myself, all in the first 4 weeks of the PMP.
Yeah, that's a hell start. Like, it's just been
That is
no
horrible.
quarter given, just thrown to the wolves.
And he's earmarked this game as his one now. He's told me that tonight he's winning this game. So let's put it into perspective, Doc. If Steve wins this game, so far that is 1 point to Frenzy, 7 points to Team Fitzy. That would be huge.
It would be huge. It'd be a huge start and wouldn't at all put any pressure on the rest of the team. So here we are playing at, it looks like the Ultimate Team Arena, maybe.
Yeah, it does look like that ground. So we have got Kosovo with Jay in the blue versus Newcastle in their traditional black and white strip.
It is the
fantastic team,
as we used to call them, the barcodes.
The barcodes, the magpies. Yeah.
Oh,
fantastic start there by Jordan.
Oh, he's straight into it.
Oof.
Straight into it.
Rogue.
Straight into it. I bet. Does he have the Shearer card? We've got to, right?
He does, but he's playing Asula up front this evening. I know he's been evoing that Asula quite a lot. And
interesting.
I mean,
it's good to see.
He scored a cracking goal against Man United in real life a couple of weeks ago. But we can see that Jay's moving forward, and this is the part where it went wrong when he played me. He doesn't hit the trigger enough. He needs to just hit it because he will score more goals.
Sorry, I was look at him let down by his centre back there.
Wow,
absolutely,
that is unfortunate.
Top 100% let down by his centre back partner there. Yeah, the AI really could have done a bit more help there, considering what it does for other people.
Yes,
but you know, that's a goal that Jordan hasn't necessarily made. So, you know, lots of opportunity. Oh, that's a bad move. That's a bad move. He went for the cutback. Great save by the goalkeeper there. Jay needing to find a bit of composure in this game early on to help him.
Once he's steadied that ship, he will be fine.
He will.
But for now, Jordan is sniffing blood.
He is.
And he knows that Team Frenzy need the points to equalise for the week. So, you know, as much as Jay is my friend, I have to go with Jordan on this match based on we need to get some more points this week.
Jordan's a transformed player. You know, as soon as you put that Newcastle kit on him, all of a sudden he became 10 times the player that he was. So, you know, he's a tough opponent. You know, Jay is someone who's very, very silky on the ball, very good at getting around people. Great dummy there to open up space. Great interception there as well from Asula.
And Jordan's team is set up to do this. It's lightning up front. Jordan, what's his name? Harvey Barnes, Asula, and I want to say Alanga on the wing as well. Just pure pace. Whereas he's then got that Joe Linton with intercept. And
I played against one of an Alanga card that had been evoed. It might have been the Empress one.
Jay's moving forward. Jay's moving forward.
Oh, he's crying out for the low driven. But, you know, I understand why he did what he did.
Absolutely. Dubravka with the incredible save there. and fantastic on the break now, possibly for Jordan. That's out there by Jay using those pro clubs defensive stats now. He's got to drive that ball forward just a little bit quicker. Is he going to have a go? He's opened up the space. What a goal!
Yes. Great goal. Great goal. Move those centre backs around. Utilised the lone striker there. Got him in position. And when you have a lone striker, they have got to be deadly. Because you know they've got to be twice as good as two strikers. Otherwise, what's the point? And he really showed that their ball over the top, wasted opportunity.
Absolutely.
Looking to recycle. I would be very nervous about recycling the ball through the middle against Jordan because I feel,
especially with the play styles,
I feel like his attackers have got base intercepts.
It feels like that. I did say to Jay this week because he said, "How would you keep winning the ball back every time?" I said, "Well, the intercept play style is just so important." Jordan there with the ball back, fantastic interception.
So unfortunate, but now we're seeing a wave here attacking, and we know that with that striker,
it's through. What a save! Oh, it's offside.
It was offside. Really, we are not calling these offsides tonight.
No, goodness me, no, absolutely not. But also, now look at the way that he's just pressing a little bit higher. It's a bit of a basketball match, a bit of a theme tonight, Doc, with these games. But again, I'm not even going to bother trying to say these Kosovo players. But the striker that Jay has got, is it Arsini or something like that, from game week 1, where he scored all those goals against Steve. He's been on a hell of a journey. And this is the danger man coming forward at the moment. Just intercepted Musa Sissoko, the Watford man at the moment. Through to Asula and Barnes now on the wing.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why we're seeing a bit more basketball. Oh, great position. Oh, unfortunate there.
Oh, he's got to hit an extra pass. Did you see Joe Linton running?
Yeah, and with that 96 physicality too.
Yeah.
I think one of the reason why we're seeing the more sort of quote unquote basketball style of game is because of the level of intercept and defending that is on midfield players and attacking players and things like that. You know, the stats are there for players. Oh, he's great, he's through.
Great.
Oh, he took that so well. He did. He put the boot through that one. He drove it into the net. And Kosovo with the lead against Newcastle. We are seeing a phenomenal performance tonight from Team Fitzy. Oh,
Jordan, though, he's going to bring it back.
Yes,
what a goal!
He's done it. Wow, that shows you that with this Newcastle team, again, a bit like Gavin, this looks like it's a team of moments, but there will be moments. And Jay sort of playing the ball around here, but not really committing people or getting players forward.
Yes.
So, his lone striker's in a bit of a difficult situation.
It's just so open.
Yeah.
It's great play, though. It's nice to see both of these boys who do need more points on the board for themselves. But I will say to Jordan, though, 4 points on the board at the moment. If we're doing a live standings, he would be on 5 points. Much improved compared to season 1. But Doc, I know that you mentioned as well, with Jordan being Newcastle, he just gives a bit more energy, and it is like we said in season 1. It's the passion plus play style.
You can see it there. The way he's winning the ball up the pitch shows it. And I think that in winning the ball up the pitch, the one advantage Jay has is that he does have this 4-1 formation. So even if he's winning the ball high up the pitch, there's still a couple of CMs to come in there, and maybe we're going to see another goal. Outstanding there again.
Is that 3 for Hajdini?
That's 3 for Hajdini, and we have a game on. I think we're going to see a few more goals in this game. First half, 3-2. I think it's going to end that way. But Jordan, fantastic football, showing that he can get back into the game. Jay, fantastic football, showing he can get back into the game. We've got ourselves a hell of a final half. How do you think this one's going to go, Tom?
I mean, if it's anything like that first half, we're going to end the game with 10 goals. I don't think we're going to see as many this second half. I think that there's going to become a point in this game where if it stays like this until the 65th minute, we're going to see some changes made, possibly it'd be through a sub, maybe through some tactics. Jordan's going to be rushing a little bit more in this half to get back level quickly. If Jay's going to win this game, he's got to stay composed. He's got to keep hitting that ping pass and just keep doing what he's doing. Hajdini, that turn, that finesse, every time has been working.
Yeah, 5 shots, 3 goals. I mean, that's deadly.
Clinical.
From Jay. And the only one he's missed, he hasn't scored. So you'd have to say he's done very well there. His goalkeeper really letting him down, Dubravka, with the 4 rating there. Really not
Yes.
helping at all. Another player that I believe can play for both sides.
Yeah, I want to say so. Yeah, I want to say so.
So we're seeing Newcastle building out early in this first half with the width. Not a lot going on through the middle at the moment, but Jordan using good
Ooh,
feet.
nice. Lewis Miley. See, I mean, this is where Jordan can be very good with those direct passes. This is what people aren't doing enough. Not so much a cutback, but feed it to your striker's feet here. What a header by
It's
off the
on!
bar.
It's on! Corners are
What a game we've
so
got here, Doc.
deadly.
This is a completely different version of the Jay that I played just 2 days ago. This is the Jay that we know that can play the game.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously, Jay's a thinker of the game, so he's looking for
Yeah.
ways to sort of counteract the negatives in his own game without really looking at the positives in his own game either. But great flowing football. That was so
Saved
unfortunate.
by Newitt.
So unfortunate. That was a fantastic
Great
build-up play. Newcastle have looked deadly from corners. They've looked really dangerous in the box. I think that we're going to see maybe 3 or 4 goals in the last 20 minutes here. I think it's going to be that kind of
Well, I
game.
hope so, just for everybody's sake. But we've got Rashidska, the ex-Norwich winger through.
Oh,
Save.
he just took
Dubravka.
too much time.
Too many touches. Too many
Yeah,
touches.
yeah, that was one of those situations where it's like the next touch is going to be the one that sets me up, but it never quite
Yeah.
materialized.
Got to ping it. Got to ping it across. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, make him move.
'Cause he's
Make him move.
fine.
Run into the corner. Stretch the defense. If they want to pack the middle, stretch it. If they don't want to come and track
Absolutely.
you,
There's your
play
chance.
it back.
There's your chance.
Oh,
I've seen it.
you'd have to say that's really fair, given what had happened on the other end of the pitch when we had that ball cleared off the line and hitting the crossbar as well from Newcastle. Look at this lovely spread of the ball. You see, at the end of the day, if you grew up in England and you've grown up playing English football, you can hit a long pass like no European. We just have this ability to just spin a ball 50 yards and just make it land. We might not be able to.
Oh, he's through now.
See,
he's tried to dink over a 6'8" goalkeeper.
That's the confidence, though. It's great to see.
It
He thought that was the way forward. I think maybe because of the saves with the feet. And maybe got into Jordan's head a little bit.
Yeah, quite possibly. You are correct. Maybe trying something different here, but there's a run through the middle now. What a run that is.
Great use.
Burn with the intercept. Fantastic.
Yeah, unfortunate with the play styles on that burn card, but a really good card.
Yes. And here we go. Lovely break on. Surely got to use the legs on St. Maximan here with that rapid plus. Ball back into the middle, surely.
He took a touch.
He's got
yeah, that's where you want that Tika plus or Tika base with a ping plus or.
Jay's going to make him play now, is he? With Rashidska, is he going to play it back?
No, I think he might be offside there.
Offside. Yeah, good call, Doc. Yeah. Good call. We called that offside correctly. That's a tricky one.
25 minutes to go. Both teams incredibly close. In a game of FIFA, we know that a goal is essentially worth half a goal. So you really want to be 2-0 up to feel like you're a goal ahead. Jay is looking to build. Newcastle have resources on the bench. Having played against that Alan Shearer card and just the baby version, surely it's got to be Shearer o'clock pretty soon for the way that he's been playing so directly.
I think you're right in the way that the game's going, knowing that with the clock running down, you might just get that one chance left. So you need someone who if you've got that one shot, you need to put it away. And someone like Shearer.
I've not looked at the stat. Oh, great opportunity here for Newcastle. And again, great calm defending in that position. I've not seen the stats on that Newcastle card, and I'm going to tell you that they get icons wrong a lot. But Alan Shearer, one of the best free kick takers I've ever seen. So with his penalties, his free kicks,
good play,
amazing.
And that is what happens when you ping the ball into the middle. J4-2 up. Krajnik with the goal. Fantastic play by Jay.
And you have to say this was the pressure game. This was the big pressure game because people weren't expecting much of Dobby, but people were looking at Jay in this game and saying, you guys are pretty level. So it's going to be a difficult game. And if he gets this ball into the box, it's game over.
This could be game. Fantastic defending there by Jordan. Jordan's got 15 minutes to make a change and grab this game. He's doing the right thing now. He's seen that there is a shift now where he's got to hang in there and see that 2-goal lead. Making the changes now could mean the whole game. Seal that.
Yeah, I think he could probably do with bringing Rashika off. Because a bit tired. I think that even if it's just speed, he can bring on. It might just cause a bit of terror for Newcastle. Obviously, we can't see what's going on with the Newcastle bench, but I think changes are definitely being made on that side. Jordan taking the maximum amount of time. So
this is a huge part of the game now, though.
Yeah, this is it. This is such a crucial moment. If he can win the ball back and he can score in the next 2 breaks, we could really see a draw situation emerging again. Fantastic position. So unlucky there. That's one of those situations where a driven might have really gone through and might have had a chance. But now we're into the final 10 minutes. You've got to start thinking about things like getting the ball back from kickoff to get that 4th goal and things like that. Now that's a huge ball over the top.
Very successful pass there. Just offside. I will say this though, something that Jay does have in his locker is that he's played in big games where the results really matter, whether that be in Ultimate Team or in clubs. So he knows how to handle pressure in big games now. We can see it now. Muric, the Mallorca striker who scored the winner against Real Madrid the other day, just being intercepted there. And Jordan's got to go for it now. It's now or never. He needs 2 goals with just 10 minutes to go. Is he going to run through with Kluivert? Intercepted. It's just been nullified.
It has. Jordan, I feel maybe has gotten away from his game, which was the more direct. But I don't know if the formation has maybe nullified him a little bit. But Jordan's on 4 points at the moment, doing incredibly well in the tournament. He'll be at a point, just over a point a game at this point, just under, sorry. And but we have an opportunity here. He's got to score this. He has to score this. That's game. That's game. There's no way you're going to score and get the ball back. I just don't see it happening. For goal difference maybe, but really he's looking at that opportunity and he's just got to say to himself, I could have done so much better.
He's playing for pride in this last minute now.
He is.
He's been very unlucky from these corners, though, Jordan. I mean, I think he's hit the post or the bar twice, but it's through. Muric is through. Is he going to make him pay 5-2? Is he going to be? Save by Dubravka, but that's game. That's game. The 3 points have been locked up now. And 7 points to Fitzy. Team Fitzy, 7-1 on the opening night. Fantastic for you, Doc. How are you feeling?
Well, it's very shocking that we nearly took all the points. Which would have been incredible. To eat 6 points into that lead on the first night is huge. It shows that the competitive spirit of the league is very strong, because people are literally going away after getting beat and coming back stronger and getting the results and really playing the game incredibly well. Especially people like Jay, who've had such tough runs. Jordan has had tough runs in the past. Seeing Dobby come out and beat Will, and obviously that opening game that was just crazy. Just an exhibition of great football from 2 great people. So we've had a really good night.
Being shown, Doc, in the Discord right now. I mean, Jay's saying GG's and you're a hell of a player to Jordan. And, you can easily see after a game where it doesn't go your way, you can automatically feel like the world's against you and you've just played in front of people and you've lost and you can kind of walk away with your tail between your legs. But these boys are showing a lot of respect for each other in this league. And that is what we're about, isn't it, Doc?
We are. And, coming off week 1, match day 4 results, we can see that in the previous week, we'll just run through some of these. So Tom and his Crystal Palace side coming out incredibly strong there against King. Fanta Hunter with the 3-0 against Tino. United VYD, who we saw to play Dobby and get beat 4-2, 9-0 against Aken. Azza with what looks to be a very hard game against Ben. Ben, very
It was.
unfortunate in this tournament. He is literally 3 goals away from maximum points, almost in his games. He's had a couple of draws. This result as well.
Yeah.
We've got Old Gamer against Challam coming in strong again with a 5-1 victory, doing
Redemption,
incredibly well.
Redemption from season 1.
Yeah, and then we've got Mr. Nayfoot, very unfortunate to lose 7-2 to Fitzy, but those 2 goals showing that he definitely knows how to break down a defence. Smithy, very, very unfortunate against myself, played incredibly well to lose 2-1. Darren with the 3-0 loss to Gav. Sheep with the 6-4 win over
Cracking
Burr, one of the games of the week. One of the games that we really felt like we might have got the points on Team Fitzy, but you have to give Sheep his credit and you have to give Burr his credit too. Dobby coming in with a 5-1 win over Jordan. So Dobby really showing last week and this week how well he can play. Strategic with an 11-1 win over Dominic Paul. Dilly Dally and Ethan Abs, who I've been informed are brothers. Drew 0-0.
There was a change of that one, Doc. There was a change of that one. They did end up playing. That was based on result of them not playing. It was just by the deadline. We can confirm they did play. It was 3-3 in the end.
Ethan,
I know he's letting you right down there.
you're supposed to be one of our stars, at least one of our top 4. You fuck. Get to work. Getting beat by your brother. There's a simple way to win against your brother. Put lead in his breakfast. Give him a lead spoon. Okay, it'll lower his IQ. You won't be able to do those skill moves anymore. You'll win. That's how I'd have dealt with a sibling. But maybe that's why I'm an only child. No, I have got a sister and a mother, despite what people say. But yeah, last week with some really big results. With the player disparity in the skill levels, which I think are starting to come down a little bit for some players and are extending for other players, unfortunately. I think we're seeing closer games. Team Fitzy trying their best to come back strong, trying their best to raise their level. In the break, so to speak, that we've had, I've gone from 2 games, 2 losses to 4 games, 2 wins. With Mr. Nayfoot, who I will play this week. What's his club again? Dundee.
Dundee United, yeah, Dundee. You can't just say Dundee because it's a very insulting. It's got to be United.
Okay. I'll be like, good day, mate. And all that kind of stuff.
Dundee.
Yeah. Like, is that their logo?
I don't actually know what it is.
Are they sponsored by Lacoste by any chance?
Interesting fact, I'm sure you know, Doc. Dundee United and Dundee, their stadiums are on the same street, 50 yards opposite each other.
It's not too unlike Liverpool and Everton, is it?
Yeah, kind of like that. But Doc, I believe I've sent you the fixtures for this week as well, if you want to have
You did. I can bring them up if you give me 1 secondo. Here we go for the 100th time. I'm joking. I'm that's the Linkin Park lyric. Okay, so this week we have some really interesting games. Some games we've already had and we know the results of. So going into this week, we have got Frenzy versus Mackham. I'd imagine that you're feeling quite confident about that one, which is yourself is coming up against Sunderland. How do you feel that one's going to go?
Again, pressure's on. I mean, as I said, people play differently against me. Mackham matching my formation, so it's just going to be a case of who can utilize the players around them better. I've got to back myself, Doc. I've scored 28, conceded 1. There's no excuse to losing this game. There is no excuse. The pressure is on. Mackham's a lovely bloke. I speak to him most days. Both of us in the same profession as well, so we speak about all sorts. Lovely, lovely bloke. We're going to have a sit down, a chill. I believe we're scheduled in for Tuesday night. May the best man win in that one. That's all I can say. But top lad, top squad, and he's been a lovely addition to the community, Doc.
No, entirely. And I doubt the best man will win, but you will win. So moving on from that, we have Fanta Hunter and his phenomenal Schalke side coming up against Josta's games. United VYD versus Dobby is a result.
It is
4-2 to Dobby. Incredible. We have Azza, who apparently plays on the moon, versus Burr, who lives on the moon. So that connection should be quite good. And then we have Old Gamer versus Ryan.
Game of the week.
This
Game of the week.
is gonna be feisty. The shit talking.
It's already been kicking off. They're already kicking off when they've seen this.
Are they just like laying into each other?
Yeah,
Because like
it's
Steve's
on top.
unshakable and Ryan's kind of weird.
Ryan's got a point to prove. He had a hell of a result last week, but he still underperformed, and he know he has on his own admission. He's not where he should be.
Do you know what my nickname is for Ryan?
Other than
It's
China,
Patrick Bateman.
Ryan.
Because he looks like a normal person, but he
Yeah.
is weird as fuck.
Yeah, but we love that about him.
Then we have Mr. Lightfoot with Dundee versus me. I think that I might end up needing some Vaseline after that one. I think it's going to be rough. Might use the Vaseline beforehand and just let him go in. And then we've got Smithy versus Fitzy. I feel so hard on Smithy. He deserved the result against me. He's going up against the Capo. I don't think it's going to go that well for him. Then we have Darren versus Dominic Paul. Dominic going through some things this season in terms of his ability to play at his own level, and Darren will definitely be looking to get a win in that game with his Celtic team.
100%.
Then we have the other potential game of the week.
This could be it. Oh my god.
We have Mr. Sheep himself against serial choker, failure and letdown of Team Fitzy. Oh no. One of our best players and one of the best players on Team Fitzy, Ethan, and that's going to be crazy.
Oh,
good. If it works out, that's going to be a crazy good game. Jordan versus King is a result. We have seen Kosovo come out and win that game 4-2. Lucy versus Spider-Gab is a result. We've seen that game come in at 2-2. Strategic will be coming up against a mystery baller this week, which will be announced at a later date. And then we have Dilly Dally versus Challam, and then finishing out with Luna EA against Ben. And I feel so Ben's getting bad treatment.
You say this. I've had a good chat with Ben this morning, and he is telling me he backs himself. He's telling me he's winning this game. And
I believe that he believes that he will win.
He can, though. This is the thing. Ben is a weird person in terms of his ability to just turn up. He's very much, there's a few people in our league who they've got the skills to do it. It's the mentality about it. And he's going to be playing against Lou, who's got a lot of experience in these kind of leagues and these formats. And Lou's got a point to prove because he did have a 100% record. Lost it last week to Ryan with the Chinese team, and he needs redemption. He knows that he's got a point to prove here. So I believe they're scheduled in for either Sunday or later on in the week. But Doc, I mean, what a start for Team Fitzy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best start we've had ever.
If you go down, Doc, there's game week 4's table anyway.
We've never had it start so well, and you know, we are trying to do our best. We are trying to push up the table. It's an 8-game series. We're going to see some of the big players from Frenzy have to come up against some of the big players from Team Fitzy. So we're going to see some of those results get changed. But just to give you a quick run through of the top 10, to give a shout out to all of the people that have turned up and really played with great passion and heart. We have leading the table, Tom, with Frenzy. Games played 4, goals for 28, goals against 1. United VYD, games played 5, goals for 22, goals against 8. Now on 12 points, but having played an extra game. Fitzy the Bard, who will be coming up this week against Smithy with a not the most perfect of records. Would argue that perhaps underscored and conceded more than you would expect from the captain. Coming up next, you have Sheep the Goated or Sheep 2 Goated. I think maybe is he Sheep the Goated now?
He is the Goated. Yeah, the Goated. That's his registered name. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Now I wanted to be correct because it used to be Sheep 2 goated. He's
Yeah,
obviously achieved goat status,
exactly.
which means that
Legit.
knocking him off that ledge is going to be pretty tough. If only Liverpool had been more goat-like when Ferguson arrived. Then we have Azar coming in, 4 wins, 17 goals, as many conceded as the captain, which shows you how many the captain's really conceded. 12 points. Again, Lou coming in, 4 games, 9 points. Fanta Hunter with a fantastic start to the P&P League, 4 games, 3 wins. Old Gamer with a phenomenal start, utilizing PSV, playing for all of those over the age of 42. And showing that there is life in that old dog. Not in this old dog, but definitely in that one. I don't know what his secret is, but I think that if I find out that it is what I think it is, I'm gonna have some fun games. And then holding up the top 10, we have the Roy Keane of pro clubs himself, Mr. Darren Adam, who has played for 7 points. We've had some people climb up the table since we last saw people. I've gone from I have the weirdest goal difference.
Yeah, it's so strange. It's like when you've lost hard, but when you've won, you've just plowed through and just got that. You've grinded that result out, haven't you, Doc?
Yeah, I work for it. I put in a lot of effort to get those 6 points. And going into my next game, I'm going to try and push that one as far back as I can in the week, just to give me the time to get on and play, because I've been playing good at the moment. Division 3 now.
Nice.
So things are going in the right direction. I'm happy about that. But it's crazy to think that at this stage I have as many points as Ethan with a game in hand.
Exactly that. You are right. Yeah.
Which is crazy. Dilly Dally doing fantastic. Jordan, for me, if there was to be like a most improved player, I don't see anybody else winning it. I don't see anybody else winning it. Jordan, I don't know if you join in, but I hope people can let you know that to me you are the most improved player. Lucy with a huge win to get rid of that donut, and again to get a draw today as well pushes him further. But so unfortunate. It's a goal a game. He seems to be losing out by. And then at the bottom, you can see it's mostly Team Fitzy players with people like Spider Gab moving up, Dobby moving up. Yeah, we are seeing that. And hopefully, over the next couple of weeks, we can see Josh have an opportunity to get a result for his team for all the hard work he's put in. And Challam, he is feisty and fighting. And, here's the thing about this tournament is that if you get an opportunity to play someone who's around your level, that's the game you have to win.
Yeah,
that's the game you have to win. When they're as good as you, and you're equal, you have to win those games. If you don't, then you're really leaving yourself in a difficult situation. I feel like I've played somebody my level in Lucy, we're about the same level, and then I've played Smithy. And the crazy thing about the Smithy game was I've been getting pumped regularly by really good footballers. So I've been getting used to the feints and the turns, and like when you play someone, you just know, oh, they're on it.
Yeah.
And from the kickoff, when I saw how he passed the ball, I was like, you're not on it.
Yeah, he's a demon. He has a little dip.
Yeah. So there was this moment of just like, I think I might have you early here. And I think if I can get the lead, I think I'm mentally
stronger. If you can get it right up there, then you can put it into there. You can.
Yeah.
100%.
And then big shout out to Dobby. So the winning goal for me ended up being this move where basically got the ball to my striker, took it wide, played it back into my Cam, who then played it into my deep line playmaker with the finesse shot straight in the top corner. Got the result. Very fortunate. And going into this week, obviously, like this last week, nobody expected me to win. I don't think anybody expects me to win this week either. So I'm just going to go out and play and just try to be as competitive as possible. I got a lovely message from Smithy afterwards that just said, yeah, I was very shocked for 80 minutes.
He was shocked, yeah.
In the last 10 minutes, I did what I do. I just passed the ball around the back.
3 points is 3 points. That's
Hey,
no one's
listen,
going to look
when
back.
you're playing against
You've been
quality
there.
people, you want it. You need it so much.
What you do?
You're the captain. Obviously, our captain has made is making an assessment at the halfway stage, looking to push things on. I think he feels like he maybe has the team on his back a bit, which is always difficult. You know, it's his name on the door on that side, and he's trying to do the best that he can do. But you know, at the end of the day, he's won against 9 at the moment. So it's important going forward that we continue to improve. And you know, as things progress in the league, you know, we could see some huge changes. And you know, there's a ways to go yet.
We're only
Definitely.
halfway there. The
Yeah.
journey's only halfway done.
How do you feel about your team and the way things have gone tonight, last week?
Yeah.
I mean, last week it was one, was it 2 point difference?
2 points. So the first 3 weeks, the first week it was 2 points in it, I believe, and then the 2 weeks, game week 2 and 3, we absolutely leathered your team. Not to be in a harsh way, but we really took the lead again. Then this week just gone now, I believe it was kind of like game week 1 where we won by 2 points again. So again, still, it's another game week. We've gained an extra couple of points. That's great. Not as convincing as you can see tonight. I mean, Team Fitzy have set out their stall and they've gone, right, you've had the first half of the season. Now it's our turn to really. Maybe you guys like the chase. As you said, you don't want to let your captain down. We looked at that table. Fitzy's the only one in the green colour in the top 10.
He is.
And that just shows the mentality monster that he is. Let's just put it into, reality here. He hasn't lost a game, even if you include season 1 and 2 together. He's on an 18-match win streak. So he's not only just playing for the team, he's showing the boys that, look, yes, Team Frenzy are in the lead, but you've still got your individual jobs to do. And if you focus on that and the smaller picture of just yourself, the collective will come together, And that is what we're seeing now. We've seen your boys rally on tonight. Jay's got his first win. Gav got a 2-2 draw from 2-1 down. We've also seen Dobby make an absolute statement. So you've actually, in the 3 games played tonight, you've gained 6 points on us. Yes. What my message is to my boys, I've not put any pressure on them. I think that is what's worked well the first 4 weeks so far. It's just go out, play a game. Work, Doc. You've got half.
I'm glad you could get that advice out. I totally didn't turn your volume down then when you started giving advice to your team. I didn't mean, I promise. They heard you. They heard you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But the points going into this week, Team Fitzy 54 points, Team Frenzy 108. So physically half of the points that we've got so far. Yeah. But we're halfway through, So we've got to do now is not match. If you were to match exactly what we've done, then yes, it would end up as a draw. We just need one extra result to go our way. That's how I'm seeing it. But we've still got a job to do. We've won 4 game weeks out of 4. Yeah. So far, it looks like you're going to win game week 5. I'm not going to lie. 6 points is a big difference. But we've got big players who need to play.
Well, it's interesting because you were saying about the chase, and it's there's a certain freedom to playing without pressure. I think everyone who now goes forward knows that every point they lose is 2 points lost or 3 points lost on that lead. So a draw, lead stays the same. A draw, lead stays the same. A loss, all of a sudden it's a 3-point lead. A loss, all of a sudden it's equal. Team Frenzy get the lead, and all of a sudden the pressure's back on the team. So it's going to be interesting to see how people rally under pressure, given that this is the biggest opportunity people will have had to progress on people within like United VID in that top part. And like I said, it's not going to be just this week, but next week that are going to be crucial for people moving up the table.
But the pressure is on your team, though, isn't it? Because as you said, the pressure is solely on your team now. It's not on us whatsoever.
No, I mean, it is.
Every draw you have is another missed opportunity because a draw just prolongs the lead for us, in effect.
Yeah, it does. It does. So it's going to be interesting seeing whether or not your team can play with freedom, because a lot of those teams in your categories are very, well, they're built to win a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's a question of whether or not we end up with a United VYD situation where maybe a team with a bit more flair beats a team with a bit more structure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we're definitely at the point of the game now where body type has become so important. We can evo cards into whatever we want them to be.
Yeah.
You know, having a 6'4" winger with 890 balance helps.
It's a thing now.
You
It was
know,
never a thing before, but it's a thing now.
it's definitely a thing now. And the one piece of advice I would give to everyone is that if you are looking for players with the way these evos are now, they're so insane. I would start filtering by height. I would start filtering by body type, and I would
Yeah.
either be looking for 6'4" plus or under 5'10", because those little explosive 5'7" guys are deadly. But if you've got someone who's around 6 foot controlled,
Mm.
they're not really doing either job. You
Yeah.
know,
They're
I've got
in the middle,
Joker.
aren't they? There's two spectrums of it. You either go one way or the other. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
really step in between. If they
It's,
are in between, they've got to be a special player.
yeah, it seems the only way to beat the big bruiser centre backs is the ball over the top and the speed of the striker versus the speed of the lengthy centre back. Lengthy centre backs with bruiser are just so hard to get past.
That's it. I've got both of those. Both of mine are.
Yeah,
It just
they
works.
are indeed. So, Tom, happy with this way the game week 5's gone so far?
Obviously not. You know, I can't sit here and say you're happy with being 7-1 down. Dobby's a very good player. I think he's now someone who, you know, Will didn't really know how he played. I think everyone on my team now knows what Dobby is and what he can do. So he's one that maybe you can look at and go, right, maybe I can approach that differently. I think if Will played Dobby again now, we'd see a different game because I think he'd kind of know what to expect a little bit more in terms of not giving him that space and time with Chiesa on the edge of the box. There's massive games to come. I mean, we've got Fanta. I know that I can rely on him. Azza, he has got a 100% record. Burr's got a point to prove. Is Burr going to prove his point this week? Let's see. Steve versus Ryan could go either way. Smithy got a hell of a task versus Fitzy. If he can even get a point, that's massive. Darren versus Dominic. My money's on Darren because we know what he's like. Sheep versus Ethan. What version of Ethan turns up? I mean, there's so many different ways that this week can go.
That team matches up so well against
It
Sheep's
does.
team as well in terms of the way that both teams have been built and the football they play.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really
It's
interesting
exciting.
one.
It's so good to be a part of.
Yeah, no, going into next week and on from there, things are good. Things are very exciting. We took a little Easter break and we're back, and we're really looking forward to results from this week, and really looking forward to game week 6 coming up next Friday. Yeah, and then onwards from there, and then going forward into next tournaments, international tournaments, all of those kind of things that we have planned. So I would encourage you to stay subscribed, and I would encourage you to stay in touch with myself, with Tom, through either the Frenzy 2806 X account, through the Dr. Foot PhD X account. You can also contact us through the Discord, any way you wish, and just, you know, show us your P&P teams if you want to, show us some of that passion, and hopefully going forward we can get the best players and the best people to continue being a part of these ever-growing tournaments.
Absolutely.
And, you know, whatever level you're at, yes, there might be people who spank you, but there will also be people you'll spank, and that's the great thing, is that there's a multitude of different abilities throughout each team, and everyone will get their day. And when they do, they have to seize it. And I think that's what we've seen tonight. And hopefully that's what we see going forward.
Long may it continue, Doc. I mean, you know, just over halfway through the season now. Another successful season, by all accounts, of new teams, new evolutions, new journeys, new people joining us. We need a mystery baller. We need someone to step up and join in.
We do.
Call it the January transfer window. We need someone. So if you're listening, if you've got a P&P team and you are interested in getting involved, by all means, please do that. We've got some incredible, massive names that we're not going to share with you now, but people who are already signing up for FC27, some massive names in the FIFA community. So I'm excited. We're already planning next year.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and just we want you to be a part of that journey, and we really enjoy it. I was going to do that like Erica Kirk then, and we want you to be a part of that journey because Jesus loves you. Shout out Drewski. But yeah, come and join us. Have fun, have a laugh, and at the very worst, you will join the best community in FIFA right now, or FC, or whatever you want to call it. Tom, thank you for tonight. Thank you for your incisive commentary, and thank you for your insight into Team Frenzy, what you want to achieve with them. Is there anything you'd like to add, or say goodbye, or
just thank you for everyone to coming along. I know that obviously the fixtures go out on a Thursday evening, and then to have 3 PMP matches that actually mean something within 24 hours is fantastic. So thank you to all the guys in the community. Thank you guys for watching on Twitter as well. A comment, follow, any of those really does go a long way to help us spread what our community is all about, and just sharing this journey again with you, Doc, every Friday.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, mate.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So
yeah. Been having a great time with it, and we look forward to joining you all next week. Thank you very